Is the land down under beneath us? I'm going to discuss this and more on this edition of the Splat Report. Alright guys, let's get right into it. First off, I'm going to start with an awesome video that I want to tell you about. If you haven't heard of Wadzam, I don't know where you've been, but this ex-European champion has come out with a series of videos. The last two have been absolutely fantastic. A lot of his videos are really good, but these last two have just been right on it, really good. His most recent edition is tips and tricks. A lot of this stuff is stuff I didn't even know about. So it's super useful. You know, that was first kind of basic. Now he goes a little more advanced into little tricks you may not know about. Definitely check it out. The quality is amazing. All right, moving on. Salt Spray Rig might be coming back. Yes, the map that people love to hate could be back in Splatoon. For those who don't know, well, the video, first off, is basically this like Japanese hacker. He's flying around. You can't actually see the texture of the map. You can just see the objects, but they're very distinct for people that know the map really well. The special giveaway is the crane, the sort of moving crane, where people like to, you know, put the Rainmaker before they banned Rainmaker on that map. Yeah, that's there. So you definitely know that it's Salt Spray Rig. How are they going to change it? I don't know. I assume they'd do some sort of changes. I don't know if we've had a mirrored map yet in Splatoon. And for those who don't know, like mirrored is almost like the two sides, well, you know, they're like this. Open like that, boom. They're mirrors of each other. Usually it's like the maps are symmetrical. So usually that's more balanced if it's a symmetrical map, because everyone's got the same angles. The big problem with Salt Spray Rig was because they were mirrored, one side got more of a peaking advantage than another side. Are they going to change it? Who knows? But we shall see. I'm almost assuming every single Splatoon 1 map is coming back in some form or another in Splatoon 2. I'd almost really think it'd be cool if one of them was made into a Salmon Run map. I always thought the idea of making Salt Spray Rig a Salmon Run map would be really neat, but it looks like that's probably not going to be true. All right, moving on. My next piece of news was... Hold on, I gotta check my notes. I forgot. Oh, there's a third one. Oh, Back Squids. They're the German champions again. They won the German championship. Really cool. I think there were one other people that I think are online to get a sponsor, especially since they've been able to be going to these lands, winning some championships. I think that's a big thing that might potentially hold back Crag in Paradise, as well as, you know, no social media presence. But if there's going to be another European team sponsored, my guess would be Back Squids. That's who I'm banking on. European champions are going to be coming up. Let's see if they can defend their title. They're not going to have Wadzam, at least I assume not, for this. He's busy making awesome videos. So their loss is our gain. So congratulations to them. Really cool to see how things work out. They're definitely going to have some stiff competition. All right, last thing I want to get to. I'm going to have to read this. This was from, there was kind of a thread on Twitter where someone is asking, you know, what do you need as players to incentivize you to play? Lassinis, who is the two-time representative for Australia at the World Championship, posted this. I want the rest of the community to treat Australian players as equals and have one online tournament that runs at a good time for them. Parentheses, completely possible, as players have clearly shown they can adapt to Japanese times to play with Japanese players. And we have a 1 hour difference. All right, I have a problem with this statement. And my main thing is how she uses the word equals. Just because we don't want to host a tournament at like 8 p.m. at night doesn't mean we don't think Australian players aren't equal to us. Now, we have the same respect for them, at least I'm speaking for myself here, we have the same respect for them and their struggle. It's obviously just so hard to make the time zone work. And speaking, you know, region-wise, they aren't equal. The regions totally are not equal at all. First, you have Japan, which is the best region by far. Then you have Europe, close to North America, but I still think Europe has better teams in it overall, or a larger selection of really good teams. Then you have, well, I already said North America. And then at the dead last is Australia. I think it's the smallest community. Definitely some good players in it. They have a great community there. It is a little bit isolated, unfortunately. They're really close to Japan, which is kind of the mecca of Splatoon, but because of that language barrier, they speak English, so they're, kind of fit a better into the Western scene than in that scene. It's the thing. I mean, the fact is, it's a sport. You're judged by your results, not by who you are. And I think my problem with Latinus tweet, it kind of tries to conflate the two. I mean, players are going to be willing to adjust their schedule, wake up at 4 a.m. to play with the highest competition. And these are like really dedicated players, not your average player, to play with that highest competition that Japan provides. They're not going to do the same thing for Australia. And that's just a fact. And I don't think that's really anything against Australian players. It's just the fact that Japan, they've got the results, they got the wins, they got the talent. It's just the way it is. But I think there is a solution. If Australia were to host a tournament at like 10 a.m. their time, it should be about like 8 p.m. our time, Saturday. Australia Saturday, 10 p.m. That would be like 8 p.m. Friday night. You already have BNS, which is Thursday night, and it's really successful. Great production value, awesome job to Bleck and Spoon for really, and Jordan, everyone that makes that tournament work does a great job, and that's mainly a success. But theoretically, Friday night would be even better because it's not a school night. And let's be honest, guys. A lot of these Splatoon players probably aren't going out on a Friday night. Sorry. Actually, I think it's really, I got an aside for you. I used to run the video game club at my college. I might have told you that before. But we had it Friday nights because school ended, you want to hang out with your friends, play some video games. Hell yeah, Smash. We always had people complaining like, oh man, it's Friday night. I got to go out. Like, give me a fucking break, man. You aren't going out. You're going to be in your freaking house playing Smash Brothers. You aren't going out hanging with chicks, hitting the clubs. Give me a fucking break. Come on. Anyway, that's my thing about Friday nights. My side on Friday nights. It always killed me when they said, oh yeah, I got stuff to do Friday night. No, you don't. You don't have anything Friday night. Give me a break. Anyway, Friday nights should be more popular. It's not a school night. Shaq can stay up. Shaq's mom might let him stay up, 3 a.m. and not beat him for it. But Friday night, hey, if you hold a good tournament, you get Australian players to fill it, and then you can definitely get a few good or dedicated North American teams to come over there and play. I think, if Australia wants to be part of the Western scene, they got to make the first move. That's what I'm getting at. All right, guys. I didn't have any comments so far as we're recording this, so nothing there. Hope you guys really enjoy Long Island Summer Splat. It's going on right now. I really need to check out the VODs. I was busy today, but Sunday, more time to watch. Enjoy Splatfest. Let's go, Team Spoon. Let's go. Win it for me. All right. That's it for my report. Have a great day, guys.